Good morning. So as usual with our Sunday classes, we're going to start with a card pull. And for the last few Sundays, 7 Sundays to be exact, we've been doing our chakra system one at a time. And today I already have a theme in mind, but I want to pick a card and get a message from our spirits just to help guide us today. So today's theme is intention and intentionality. When we put our intention into whatever it is that we're doing, even if it's the smallest intention, focusing your desire, it helps us truly appreciate and feel the fullness of each and every moment of our lives, and also reap the rewards. So reaping the fullness that we receive from every little moment of our lives. So I'm going to start with pulling a card for the day. So our beautiful card for today is Padma Sundari. Out of darkness, the light is born. Such a beautiful card. So I'll just go ahead and read a message from Padma Sundari. And I literally just flipped open to that page. Out of darkness, the light is born. The light is powerful enough to survive exposure to the darker side of humanity and remain pure, empowered, and effective. Trust in your spiritual purpose as a light in this world. Trust particularly in your ability to bring purity, order, grace, and light to disorder, chaos, and destruction. The divine is ever by your side and ever within your heart, assisting you with this higher purpose in all ways. What a beautiful message for intention, which is our theme for today. Through trust in your spiritual purpose and the light that you possess, we can bring order to chaos. And that's truly what intention is all about, is ending our own and suffering for others as well, through simply being intentional with our actions, with our words, with our thoughts. So with that in mind for today, please start in a seated position on your mats. Oops. Find your foundation in your seat just by shifting your glutes back. Rooting your sitting bones into the earth. Inhale your shoulders forward and up. Give them a squeeze. Pause at the top of your breath. And exhale your shoulders back and down. Really draw your shoulders down as you push out every bit of your breath. Pause at the bottom of your breath. Inhale forward and up. Give your shoulders a squeeze. Hold for a moment and exhale. Bring your shoulders back and down. Draw them down as you push out every last bit of your breath. Continue this cycle for a few more breaths. Inhaling slowly, pausing at the top of your breath, and exhaling slowly, pausing at the bottom of your breath. Really draw your shoulders down and up with intention, following your breath, allowing your breath rhythm to guide your movement. On your next exhale, pause there and allow your body to breathe normally. See if you can relax your abdomen so your belly can inflate in your lap. But at the same time, reduce the curve in your lower spine just by shifting your belly button energetically almost towards your spine. Draw the crown of your head up, lengthening, sitting taller, and draw your neck back so it's aligned over the rest of your spine. Close your eyes. You can bring your palms onto your knees. You can flip them up, and you can even reach to touch your thumb to one of your fingertips if you like. Whatever feels right for you right now. And allow yourself to breathe in this lotus position. Close your eyes and just feel your body for a moment. Let each and every moment be embodied with intention. This is just as important as the apex pose and any other pose. There is no destination, only the journey. Bring your palms together at heart center. Press into your palms, and as you do, press your shoulder blades together. Take a moment to bow into your heart and thank yourself for coming to your practice today. Then roll over onto your hands and knees in your tabletop position, tucking your toes under. Paw your hands into the mat for a moment, spreading your fingers wide. Make sure your thumbs are in a soft J. And really claw your fingers into the mat, almost suction cupping them so that you can plug down through the four corners of your palm. Bend into your elbows. Inhale, scoop forward, curve your spine, sitting bones go up, gaze looks up. Exhale, scoop backwards, and then curl your spine towards the ceiling. Inhale forwards. This is your cow. And exhale backwards. This is your cat. Continue pulsing with your breath through cat and cow. Beginning to warm up the spine. Can you honor every vertebrae of your spine? Tapping into the sensations of each and every part. Can you move a little slower, slowing your breath down just ever so slightly? The next time you exhale, inhale to a neutral spine. And sit back onto your feet with your toes curled under for just a moment. This is your thunderbolt posture. Do not sit all the way onto your feet. If you do not have flexibility in your feet yet, you can just stay somewhat elevated. We're just stretching out the backs of our feet and strengthening them. Inhale, come up onto your knees, the highest height, and just rotate to face the long edge of your mat. With your toes still curled under, extend your right leg out alongside you, toes pointing to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lift your left arm up and overhead. Right arm can reach your right leg. And then exhale, drop your left hand, right arm comes up and overhead. Inhale, left arm up and over. And exhale, right arm overhead. Continue pulsing like this, waking up the sides of the body. If you need extra support for your knees, please grab a cushion, or you can sit back onto your glutes and simply move your torso, following the breath. Honor your breath as a tool for regulating your system, for keeping you alive and well, for helping your ease of movement. The next time you come to exhale, drop your right knee back to the mat and then extend your left leg out alongside you, left toes pointing to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, right arm comes up and overhead. And exhale, drop your right hand to the mat, left arm comes up and overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Continue pulsing with your breath, finding your own unique rhythm. See if you can slow and deepen your breathing. Making each second of your breath completely intentional. One more breath here. The next time you exhale, plant your hands, face the short edge of your mat, and press up and back into downward facing dog. Press into your hands, drawing your shoulder blades more onto your back. Pedal your feet out for a moment, just breathing into the backs of your legs. And then come into stillness, and as you push into your hands, let your heels draw towards the earth. Breathe. Inversions like downward dog are so good for us. Switching up our perspective really helps our body ease strain from constantly being upright. Shift your weight forward so you're in a high plank position. You can drop your knees to the mat if you need to. Tuck your elbows into your sides and lower down towards the earth, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, press into your hands, and give yourself a slight back bend, cobra, and back down to the mat. Bring your hands wide alongside you, so your fingers are just about 1.5 feet away from your chest, and tent your fingertips like you've got cupcakes underneath your hands. From here, draw your shoulder blades together. Anchor the weight of your body into the tops of your feet, all the way to your pinky edge of your foot. And press up with your fingertips, giving yourself a little back bend and back down to the earth. We're going to do this 10 times. These are chaturanga push-ups. Link it with your breath. Inhale to go up. Exhale to lower down. 3, 4, 5. We're moving slow here. 'Last one, and slower than you want to, lower down. Beautiful. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders, and with your toes, with the tops of your feet still heavy on the earth, press into your hands. Give yourself more of a back bend here, coming into upward facing dog. Maybe your thighs lift off the ground. Curl over your toes and back into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet for a moment and then come into stillness. Take 3 breaths here. There is no rush. Wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. Drop your knees, keep your toes curled under. Send your glutes back towards your heels and extend your arms out in front of you. Tense your fingers and melt your heart towards the earth as you lift your shoulder blades together, lifting the underlining of your arms. You can create a little sway here in your puppy dog pose, almost massaging your own back. Come into stillness. And then press up and back through downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. You can, slower than you want to, take baby steps towards your hands. Have a micro bend in your knees. When your feet reach your hands, forward fold. Let your torso dangle. Maybe grab your elbows and sway from side to side. You can nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, shoulders onto your back, halfway lift, neck draws back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, palms together and down through heart center and alongside your hips. Beautiful. We're going to find our foundation in our mountain pose. So always check your feet. Are they right underneath your hip bones? Are they in number 11s, parallel to one another? Lift your toes for a second and feel the activation of your arches. Gently lower your toes down, maintaining that engagement with your feet. Create a soft micro bend in your knees. And as you do, draw your tailbone down. Begin to straighten up through the legs. Draw your belly button to spine. Inhale your shoulders back together. Palms flip towards the sides of the room. Draw your neck back. The crown of your head lifts. And just breathe for a moment. Allow your belly to fill. And still maintain that engagement in your spine. There's a beautiful balance between effort and ease. Can you feel that play between those two energies? Notice that subtle energy in your body, in the potential that you possess. Take a moment to notice the energy in the room around you. Can you feel the air on your skin? What sounds do you hear? Soften your face, your eyebrows, your cheeks. Perhaps let a soft smile creep across your face. And allow yourself to breathe for a moment. You are sturdy and strong and exactly where you are supposed to be, just like a mountain. Can you feel the perfection in your being? Truly become aware of God's intention when you were created. You are perfect with all of your imperfections. You are perfect. Take a moment just to say that out loud to yourself if you can. I am perfect. I am perfect. I am perfect. Bring your palms together at heart center. Press into your palms. Press your shoulder blades together onto your back. Bend into your knees. Scoop your arms up. Look up towards your hands. Bring your palms together and exhale. Give yourself a bit of a back bend. Inhale to come up to straight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step into a high plank position. Drop your knees if you need to. Tuck your elbows into your sides and lower down, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, press into your hands. Give yourself a little back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, curl over your toes and back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. That was one sun salutation A. We're going to do another one. So you can step or hop up towards your feet. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Palms together, down through heart center and alongside your hips. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back into a high plank. Drop your knees if you need to. Tuck your elbows in, lower down. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, curl over your toes and back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Drop your knees wider than hip width apart. Bring your big toes together. Sit your glutes back towards your feet. You can extend your arms out in front of you, or you can bring them along your sides and melt your forehead to the earth. This is your child's pose. Stay here for just a moment and breathe. In child's pose, we learn to nurture our rest, our bodies. Come up onto your knees and just shift so you're sitting onto your glutes with your legs extended out in front of you. As always, find your foundation. With your legs extended out in front of you, flex your toes towards your face. Inhale your arms up, grow long, and exhale, forward fold. Your shoulders can come forward as you give yourself a back bend, a nice back stretch. You can grab onto whatever part of your legs, ankles, or feet you need to and give yourself a slight pull, guiding yourself in the direction. And use your breath to soften. One more breath here. And then slower than you want to, use your hands to walk yourself back up to a seated position. Bring both of the soles of your feet together, knees splaying to the sides of the room. Hold your feet and just pull them in as much as you can. If you need to readjust, find your foundation in your sitting bones. And just give your legs a little bit of a flap here, just gently flapping your knees. This is your butterfly pose. Use your arms to pull your chest between your shoulder blades. Between your shoulders, so your shoulder blades come together on your back. And as you do that, see if you can press your elbows into your thighs gently, helping them open up just a bit more. Breathe into your hips. Breathe into any tight areas. And soften your face. We're not creating tension while we try to get rid of tension. Always pay attention to how we hold our face. It really tells us how we're processing what is going on in our environment. This is a really great practice for life, is just to check your face. Are you scrunching your eyebrows? Maybe you're pursing your lips. Can you soften and find a little smile when things get difficult? Or when you feel tension? Use your hands to come to the outer edge of your thighs and close your legs like a book so we don't strain muscles that we've just stretched. Extend your legs out in front of you and give them a bit of a shake. Bring your right foot to the inner edge of your left thigh, or to the inner lining of your left thigh. Grow long, facing right in between your legs. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, turn to face your left leg. Inhale, grow long. And exhale, fold over your left leg. Reach for whatever part of your leg, ankle, or feet that you can, and help pull yourself just slightly, gently guiding you towards your knee. This is Janu Sirsasana, or head to knee pose. Allow yourself to ease into this while still maintaining engagement of your leg. Feeling a nice juicy stretch along the back, right side of your back. One more breath here. And then walk your hands up your leg. Back to seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you and give them a bit of a shake. Bring your left foot to the inner lining of your right thigh. Find your foundation again if it's shifted. Facing right in between your legs. Inhale and grow long. Exhale. Inhale. Turn to shift towards your right leg. And exhale, fold over your right leg. Breathe into your back body. Have some respect for wherever you are. Even if one leg may be better or worse than the other in your opinion, can you acknowledge them both as perfect? And with intention, draw yourself into a more aligned state. One more breath here. Beautiful. Walk your hands up your leg to seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you and give them a bit of a shake. Turn to face the long edge of your mat and extend your legs alongside either side of you as wide as you can. Flex your toes towards your face. Once again, find your foundation in your seat, rooting your sitting bones down. Inhale, grow long. And exhale, walk your hands out in front of you. Extend your arms as far out as they can. And let your gaze look towards the earth. Wide-legged forward fold. Make sure your feet are flexed towards your face, maintaining engagement. And breathe in softness. Okay, walk your hands towards you, helping you sit up. And use your hands to close your legs like a book. Roll forward onto your hands and knees. And then press up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg back up behind you. Open and stack your hips, bending at the knee. Point your right knee towards the ceiling. And look underneath your left armpit, helping you evenly weight between both of your hands. Inhale, stretch your right leg back behind you, and exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left heel so you're in a front heel to back arch alignment. And inhale your arms parallel to the earth, pointing to the front and back of the room. This is your warrior two. We're gonna do a bit of a flow here. Feel the strength in your warrior. Like laser beams are shooting out of your fingertips. Can you feel your inner strength? Your potential expanding beyond you. Inhale, exhale, drop your left arm, lift your right arm up and overhead. Reverse warrior. Breathe here for a moment. Exhale, inhale to warrior two. Exhale, drop your right arm to your right thigh, lift your left arm up and overhead. Side angle pose. Breathe here for a moment. And then inhale to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. See if you can slow your breathing down. Follow your own flow. Create your own rhythm. You are a warrior. Majestic and powerful. Feel your majesty in every moment of this flow. Can you have intention and put your power into every single part of this movement? And the next time you exhale, plant your hands to frame your front foot and step back into downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Open and stack your hips, bending at the knee. Point your left knee towards the ceiling. And look underneath your right armpit to evenly weight in both hands. Inhale your left leg back behind you. And exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Drop your right heel so you're in a front heel to back arch alignment. And inhale your arms parallel to the earth, pointing to the front and back of the room. Warrior two. Breathe here for a moment. Lunge into your front leg. Feel the opening of your hips as you draw your tailbone down towards the earth. Bring your Beautiful. Sorry for the interruption. From warrior two, right arm, lift your left arm up and overhead, reverse warrior. Hold for a moment. Now back to warrior two. And exhale, drop your left arm, lift your right arm up and overhead, side angle pose. Hold for a breath. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. See if you can move slower. Flowing with your breath. Letting your movement and your breath perfectly align and guide each other. Your legs might be having a bit of a conversation right now. Can you smile and accept the work? The next time you exhale, plant your hands to frame your front foot and step back into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here for a moment. And then come into stillness. Inhale to a high plank position. Exhale, draw your right knee to your left elbow. And then back, three-legged dog. Extend your right leg back. Breathe. Exhale, draw your knee to your belly in the center, high plank. And inhale, back, three-legged dog. Extend your right leg. Exhale your right knee to your right elbow. And then inhale back, three-legged dog. Drop your right foot to meet your left foot. Inhale your left foot up and back. Exhale, draw your left knee to your right elbow. And extend your knee back, three-legged dog. Knee to belly, high plank. And extend your leg back, three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, high plank. And then extend your leg back, three-legged dog. Bring your left foot to meet your right foot and let your heels draw down towards the earth as you press your shoulder blades together. Breathe. Drop your knees, wider than hip width apart, big toes together. Child's pose. Let yourself rest for a moment. And then come up through a seated position. And roll over onto your back. Tent your knees. Bring your feet about as wide as hip width apart. And then let your knees rest on one another. Then just let them flop from side to side like windshield wipers. Stretching out the low back, the low and mid back. Come into stillness. Bring your heels closer to your glutes. Maybe scoot your hips down a bit so that your low back has less of a curve. Bring your shoulder blades together, letting your palms flip open. And then press into your feet, lifting your hips off the ground. You can interlace your hands behind your back, giving your shoulders a little more of a squeeze, helping you support your bridge pose. Breathe here for a moment. Tap into your Ujjayi breath, toning at the back of the throat, breathing in and out through the nose. Can you almost sigh so your breaths become audible? Helping you beautifully absorb the breath of life. You can release your hands and slowly lower your hips down to the earth. Let your left heel come over your right thigh. Lift your right foot off the ground so you can reach behind your right thigh. Use your left elbow to push into your left thigh, helping it open up as you pull your right thigh into your body. You should feel a juicy stretch along your left glute and your maybe outer edge of your left hip a little bit. Soften your face. Maybe tuck your chin slightly so you can draw your neck down to the earth. And breathe. With every breath, can you pull your thigh just slightly in towards you as you push your left thigh away? Let your breath allow you to make these movements. Your breath is what creates the space. Three more breaths here. Can you commit to what you are doing fully? Not wanting to skip over, get to the result, but instead fully embodying yourself where you are right now. Even if it's a challenge. You can let your right foot come to the earth, and as you do, uncross your legs, let your left foot reach the earth again. And then windshield wiper your knees from side to side for a moment. Come into stillness. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. Lift your left foot off the ground so you can reach behind your left thigh. Push into your right thigh with your right elbow as you pull your left thigh in towards you. Feeling a juicy stretch along your right glute and outer hip. Breathe here. With every breath, can you see if you can pull your thigh in more as you push your right thigh away? Tapping into your Ujjayi breath, soften your face and breathe. Be okay with exactly where you are right now. Have respect for your body and your abilities, allowing yourself to be who you are, where you are, with grace. Slowly lower your left foot to the earth, and you can lower your right foot to the earth. One more time, windshield wiper your feet from side to side. Your knees, I'm sorry. And then come into stillness. Bring your knees in towards you. Wrap your hands around your shins and just rock from side to side. Giving your kidneys and your low back a nice little massage with the help of the earth. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall to the sides of the room. Bring your hands behind your head and use your thumbs to give yourself a bit of a neck massage. This is your Supta Baddha Konasana, or your reclined butterfly pose. Let your body breathe. Let go of the need to control anything right now. Notice what bliss there is in letting go, in allowing, in meeting the present moment with intention. Extend your legs out in front of you, wider than hip width apart. Let your feet fall to the sides of the room. You can place your hands wherever it feels right for you today. Maybe that's your belly, or the floor, your thighs, or your hip creases. For me today, I've got my left hand on my sternum and my right hand on my belly. Not particularly placed over the chakras, just wherever they feel right. Lengthen your neck, creating a slight tuck of your chin. Let this be a moment where you give yourself permission to feel what it feels like to be you. What is your baseline at almost 11 a.m. in the morning when you don't have to do anything except for be? What does that feel like in your body? What sensations are passing? Can you notice any physical sensations in your body, on your skin? And don't justify them or qualify them. We don't need to judge them. Just pay mind to them. What do you feel? Allow those sensations to be and to pass as you acknowledge them. When you acknowledge your sensations, do any new sensations arise? Notice those as well. Spend this time feeling into your body, getting acquainted with the sensations that pass through you, that we so often become accustomed to, that we stop noticing. Can you notice them now? Begin to find some movement in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. Bring your feet together and bring your hands together overhead and give yourself a stretch. Can you stretch as long as your body has ever stretched before? See how long you can get. And then roll over onto your right side. Use your right bicep as a pillow and just rest for a moment. Honoring our body and our need for rest. Press into your hands and come up through a seated position. Bring your palms together at heart center. And open up your heart by pressing into your hands and bringing your shoulder blades together onto your back. Can you treat each moment, each movement throughout your day with awareness and intention? Take a moment to bow into your heart and thank yourself again for coming here, for practicing and putting in the work. I thank you all for coming. The light and shadow in me bows to and acknowledges the light and shadow in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoy your day.